Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna discuss and review a 4-3-2-1 formation that I've been playing with recently. So I've been using 4-2-2 formation in Division 1 and I was just facing too many losses. I was conceding a lot, especially on the counter attack. My attack options seemed limited. This is probably post-patch. So I'd been working on this formation because I'd heard that this is like a go-to formation after the patch, and so I just started trying different things. The nature of this formation is 3-2-1. So basically, if you're looking for a formation, or if you're playing higher divisions and you see players kind of gathering up, which seems like overloading ball side or seems like constant pressure, and they do it throughout the game. It's not really overloading ball side or constant pressure. Trust me, it is this formation, because the way this formation is structured, it kind of makes clusters around the player, like the opponent attacker who has the ball, and it really works. So the players that you should really have, like the top 3-2-1, like the top strikers, they have to be very good dribblers, shooters, etc., etc. But the crux of this formation is really the midfield. The three midfield players that you have, two of them definitely have to be box to box. One of them can be box to box or a pure defensive midfielder. For me, it is Marquez, Yaya Toure. Luckily, I packed him in the Foot Champs rewards. And the third one is Tonali. So I'm like still in the evolution stage. He's 91, but still there's the last level. But if not Tonali, I've been using Chumeni, right? So these three are really, really strong midfielders. Now, of course, you'll have a lot of players to come back at defense, because this is a formation where players kind of move together, closer to the ball. So you need them to come back to their place really fast. Again, that is a ratty thing to do, but again, this formation is not really fun formation. This is a formation to deal with constant pressure as well as suffocate your opponents with constant pressure. Your fullbacks should be fast enough. At this stage of the game anyway, you'll find players who have meta defenders, and so should you. So with that, let's dive into the tactics first, and then we'll go to the instructions, right? So the tactics are very similar to my other tactics. We're going to play 71 depth, and our width defensively is kind of balanced, the defensive style also balanced. But on the offense, our width would be slightly low, and there's a reason for that. So when you're attacking, you want your players to be close to each other for that quick passing that you could do in the attacking third, or direct passing with players being close. It would really work out well. Now, players in the box, this is more like up to you. I've kept it 3. It might sometimes lead to counter attacks, just sometimes, because your midfielders can actually take those positions, and I'll tell you why they can actually take those positions when we go into the instructions. But you can also set this to be 1 or 2, up to you. Do not keep it more than 4. It would cause problems, because the nature of this formation is where your midfielders tend to go forward, as well as how we're playing them, that might make them shift forward. So you got to be careful with that. Corners, free kicks, just 1, and chance creation has to be direct passing. Going into the instructions now, right? So instructions with your top striker. So this guy has to be someone who's really good dribbler, preferably someone with high passing stats too. Someone like Berbatov would be really well at this position, the new Berbatov 93 rated. For me, it's Butragino. His passing is not that good, to be honest, but it just works, right? Because he's really good dribbler. And the way this guy works is like he's probably going to be centrally forward, but he kind of would be coming back a little bit, provide you that support, because in attacking run, we have this guy as false 9, right? And this guy will come back at defense, right? So with false 9 and come back at defense, he can almost take positions in midfield a lot of times. but he'll also be available in terms of attacking because he is a top striker, right? For your left winger and right winger, right? So these guys, Werner, he'd be on balanced attack, like balanced width, right? He will be getting behind and aggressive interceptions. Do not touch the defensive support. Let the AI do its thing, right? So this guy would be readily available for you attack as well as a defense. Same thing with your right winger, getting behind, balanced width, and aggressive interception. So what we want is our midfielders to kind of forming that cluster in the midfield, our wingers to get in behind, and this guy who would slightly shift forward, right? Butragan in my case, or your striker, will be playing as false nine, can then put in through balls or over the head through balls to your wingers, right? That's why I said they should not just be dribblers, they should also be good finishers, your right wing and left wing people. And your striker should not just be a good finisher, he should be someone who has good passing stats. These are small things that are really important and that really work if you want your formation to work overall, right? Now your three midfielders, right? So here, your left midfielder and right midfielder, for me it's Yaya Toure and Marquez, right? Important things here: stay back while attacking, cover center, aggressive interceptions, and positioning freedom has to be free roam. Why this has to be free roam is so that they could take positions according to the AI which feel like they might be at better positions, or they might be at a position where they provide you with a passing option, or they might take a position where they're cutting passing lanes. Just give them that freedom. Same with Yaya Toure, right? The important thing with these two midfielders is also that they might actually take up supporting runs ahead, like they can, you will see them in the attack and you can see them right in the defense too. So these two players really have to be box to box. For me, Yaya Toure and Marquez, they work really well because both of them have very good shooting stats, top defending stats, and both are lengthy. They're like perfect. Your central midfielder, this guy is stay back while attacking, stick to position, and cover center, right? Do not do aggressive interceptions on this one. You want him to stay central. Now, what happens is when this guy is coming back, you're essentially kind of defending in 4-4-2. So these three might not be completely central when this guy moves back. So they might be like Tonali might be shifted on the right, or Yaya Toure might be on the right side, something like that, right? But overall, it will be kind of 4-4-2 with Emilio Butragueño running here and there, and Marquez and Yaya Toure taking, your left midfielder, right midfielder taking important positions in the midfield. So this guy, who is the central midfielder, have someone who has good dribbling stats and good defensive stats. Shooting stats is okay to have. That's always a plus. For me, Tonali is really good here, but I have been using Tchouaméni, right? So Tchouaméni's shooting is okay. His dribbling is not great, which was a little bit of a concern for me, but you can manage. But players like Sawa, players like Rolfo, 93 rated Rolfo, these players are really solid at this role. Now, of course, as a midfielder, you would want them to win headers, to body away people. So in that case, Rolfo and Sawa could be a little bit problematic, or Majuri or Mayuri, how you pronounce that. So these are players like really good at this position, but you'll have to manage the strength aspect of it. But if you have somebody like Tonali, for me, his dribbling is top-notch. For me, his defending is top-notch. He can shoot too, and he's also control lengthy. So for me, Tonali is really, really good at this position, but I can switch with Tchouaméni too, right? Your defenders, now, they just have to be stay back while attacking, normal interceptions. Your right wing and left winger, stay back while attacking. This is the part which is changed from my previous formations, where I usually took them forward for attack. But again, this is more like a rat formation. You want to be defensively sound. You want people to be kind of pressuring in a way such that it suits your gameplay and it suits your opponent's styles, opponent's attacking gameplay, right? So that it feels that you're suffocating your opponent. Now, of course, no formation is perfect. You might at times face counterattacks. That just happens in no matter what formation you play in. But this formation has really provided me with a lot more wins in Division 1 than my 4-2-2-2, right? So we're going to try this out. And, if you miss something or you feel about some players, where do you play those players, etc., etc., feel free to comment below. I would look up the comments and I would try my best to help you out. But let's see this gameplay in action with this formation. I won't be going through a lot of depth in the gameplay, but I'll try to take some instances where I can showcase some of the things that we just talked about, and we'll go from there. With that, let's get into the game. Another thing you could actually do is switch on hug sidelines. If you feel that you're way too compressed in the midfield, that can actually help. It's a good goal from there. Simple play there. Just trying to show you the attacking situations there. See how we got the ball there again? It just makes you feel that it's kind of crowded, and look at the space we got ourselves in the attack. Okay, so the situation here, we lost the ball. Let's see. Look at that. See how quickly we got the ball there? Yeah, so there are situations like these where if you take your central defenders up ahead, you might be vulnerable to an attack, but you should be okay as long as you do not overcome it like me. Look at that. Saw that? How we got the ball there? That is the attack. This guy leave. But you saw that gameplay, right? One touch passing, that's what it provides you in the attacking run. And then, of course, you saw defensively how the clusters were formed. We'll see some more instances for this. Also some instances where our attacker is attacking more and we're kind of defending. So again, I did hug sidelines because that kind of is really effective with this formation is what I feel. Nicely intercepted by the midfielder there. So this is a counter-attack situation right here. We dealt with it. Enough players for us to kind of take care of counter-attacks in some situations. Good goal again. Simple passing. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the defense. And we got the ball too, easily this time. Great run. So you see, Best is actually playing on the opposite flank. Ooh, Casillas is saving this guy so many times, man. Okay, so this is a situation where you provide, you basically lost the ball and it turned out to a counter attack. So you got to be careful at times where your this guy fullbacks are moving forward. Okay, if they're moving forward and you lose the ball, you're gonna see a counter attack coming in. Nicely done, yeah, Toure. There it is. Got the ball again. That is what I'm talking about. I'll include this whole gameplay so you know how it is working. How we got the ball, how we lost the ball, how we got the ball, how we got it back again. Use your hook sideline instruction there. And people might actually use this against you too, because I'm pretty sure this guy's also using the same thing. You saw where Yaya Toure was in that situation, providing that attacking play. That is what I was saying when I said that you might find your midfielders up ahead too, to provide you that support, even though they are come back at defense or stay back while attacking. But because of that free roam, you might find them providing you with passing options or in the shooting area. See how we got the ball so easily. Like, they're compact, they're high, and now that was the situation. This thing is 71 depth that we're playing, right? Your defenders coming up, stepping up for that tackles. That is unlucky. So again, you see how our fullback is all up. Very nice work by Tonali. But that was a dangerous situation. We could have conceded that. Yet again, look at my players, right? Forming those clusters. It's beautiful how you can get the ball back. And you could not, like, I couldn't have done this with the 4-2-2-2 formation. Another situation, beautiful tackle there by Tonali. Ooh, pretty good ball too. But you got to see that how I got the ball there. That was really good. See, yet again. And that's about it, guys, for this formation video. Hopefully you guys like these tactics and formations. Again, one recommendation is to use hug sidelines instruction in game with this. It's really helpful. But other than that, hopefully the display of pressure situations, how we're tackling and winning the ball back, how our players are kind of closing in together, how we are attacking, and how sometimes this may lead to a counter-attack situation which you need to take care of. Hopefully these all situations help you out if you are thinking to use this formation. But I got to tell you, it's OP. It's really ratty. It's not always fun to play with this, and you find most of the other people also kind of following this, although the in-game instructions can be very different, and that's how we've tackled a lot of situations. So overall, 10 out of 10 for this formation. Hopefully you like this, and if you're using this, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time with another video. Till then, goodbye and cheers.